Hey, Pathfinders. According to my records, this little tidbit takes just under an hour. Let's see how long it takes in real time. I'll go at a regular speed. I'm not going to press anything here. I'm pretty sure I've taken care of everything I'm going to take care of. Rim shot.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it.
She had me pegged for a spy.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Rostov, and even Natala Surtova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the stolen lands if you wish. But this time, as a ruler.
You see my name? I've already called myself king. It's this Baron baloney.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections.
I don't need connections.
Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy. Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation. What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
Coral!
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule.
I think it
Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
My pants are held together by a thread.
We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
So they plotted, schemed, and stabbed each other in the back, and I want to get involved in this. Why?
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Issia. But their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Surtova and Eldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood. But peace between us is also out of the question.
If you've ever had a chance to see a Fistful of Ugly, it's a SCTV skit. Say when? How about tomorrow at 4 o'clock?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly. And the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going?
No, I kind of just drifted off. I was thinking about John Candy as the Mexican and Harold Ramis as the sheriff with
The
no
stolen
name.
lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Hannes Drelev is a fuckface.
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Koral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
My Von. What about your Von?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords.
Sword.
But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius.
She does say sword lords.
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the stolen lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils. How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake. Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy. Of course, Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
He's also a silver fox, I hear.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Just trying to sneak around her office to see if there was any.
Forwards.
Don't talk to Jathal. Keston's shit-faced. You know what? I'd like to see Yosef Selimius as Monocle. That's our goal for this episode. Word on the street is you've got a monocle, Selimius. Ah, don't turn away. Face me. good deal for the short term, bad deal for the long term. I'll get out of it soon though. Oh, that's Jamandi there. Okay. Can't see Salimi's. It's not rocking a monocle. What's going on? Azlanti Keeg. This is the guy that my player characters, when I was DMing, would go see when they needed to get raised from the dead. Happened a few times. That's actually a decently important check to pass. The free shrine. I think it helps you with the Temple of the Elk too. Reg and Rocktavia. You gotta talk to Slippery Sertova. I don't understand how she plans to get on my good side if she's, pardon the phrase, kind of cunty with me right off the bat. Right here. This little snide little thing here. Fat calf. Please allow me myself to introduce myself. The green skin boy. He's a racist too. There should be a fourth option right here that says "fuck off." Attack. Back half. You don't need to see you again. Who's this guy? Guest. I think I'd probably like to hang out with this crew the best. That guy's got a pretty wicked hat. I like telling this guy to fuck off too. We're kind of snotty with him right off the bat, too. Where's Varn? Mager Varn. Might have to pan out to find him. Thought he was at this party. There he is. And Lindsay. Mager Varn's a good dude. Except for his racism against the centaurs. I don't think they get into that too much here about this. It's a big part of the pen and paper campaign. They've kind of replaced the centaurs with the Tiger Lord barbarians. Will do, Maker. You'll be trapped in a jar by then. Alright.
So,
let's do this
how do
shit.
you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Yes.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care. Excellent. Stand here.
Please. Would be nice.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Mager Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward.
She didn't say step forward and kneel.
On behalf of the people of the free city of Restal,
Get kind of knighted
I
here.
confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Let's rock it, Keston. This conversation is bizarre. So my kingdom is full of idiots. Excellent. This guy who says about throwing garbage on his neighbors. The fuck are you talking about? Completely ignore this vendor for this vendor. Pretty good likeness. We cut it off after we talked to the Nyrissa. So I've got this set to effortless. I'd like to set it to in the background, but you miss too many things if you do that. Jihad. Still rocking that comb over Kafkin? We know you're bald under there. Just go with it, man. It's not horrible to be bald. Speaking of bald, it's called the Bald Hilltop. Tristan, are you mocking John? It's not cool, man. He's clearly sensitive about his hair. Seriously, John, just, shave it off. It's distracting, those strands across there. We know there's nothing under there. See? Notice how John doesn't call it the bald hilltop? He just calls it the hilltop, and since it's barren. It's full of dense atmosphere of unease. No, he says it there. Okay. That was just an observation. I'll show you a pressing
rest
matter.
would be welcome.
Projects. I never do searches into the research into the curses. I don't care. You don't trade with Sertovas. Yeah, let's get some advisors rolling here. Who do we like? I guess we like Valerie better than Octavia. We're going for law and order more than party time. I hate that Tristan's the best choice there. Cassile's the best choice there. Reg is a bit of a nut. Ah, it's a -4 mercenary penalty. I don't know why it would be with these guys. We'll go with Sjogren, even though Sjogren truly hates it. Alright, cool. Regions. That's a good one for him. Ah. Why can't I do that one? I thought I put the wrong one in there. Jesus Christ. Alright. God almighty. Svanky's offer is it's gonna be Sjogren, right? And then no. Jesus. There we go. Fucking stupid. Can't rename Tuskdale, which is too bad. Get some shit built. Way long house. There it is. Piers Morgan. Let's get some walls rolling here. Wood is good. Okay. Start off with a good old-fashioned tavern. Tavern. Barracks. We need some barracks. And barracks. Okay. So we get a windmill rolling. We'll be down to 220. All right. We need a shop. Adjacent to a tavern. Yes, technically they're adjacent. And we got room for 2 more. We've got 160. This is smithy. Barracks board. If we wait, we'll get a free shrine. So let's see here, smithy. It's good if we put it next to a smithy. Let's go watchtower. Nope, can't go along the watchtower. The herbalists. Adjacent to a shrine. I think I fucked myself here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the shrine right there, right? Herbalist. So smithy. Yeah, we'll leave that spot for the free shrine. All right. And we've got 140. Do we have enough to claim the outskirts? Nope. That's all right. Hey, have this free flail.
I will guide us.
Damn straight. Who are you? Smith and Kyonin. I think. Storyteller makes an appearance in The Wrath of the Righteous as well. They don't seem to do the same. You don't have to collect like 19 pieces of one thing. I haven't got there yet anyway. Usually just one thing and then so many little bits of magical things. A lot of magical essence, I think they call it. Oh, you will. You will serve me. All right. The necklace of double crosses. Oh, I don't. I'm missing a piece. I'm not sure what that word means. Rolox. That deserves a goog. Is it a price that attaches an oar to a boat? Did not know that. So basically, Jamadi Eldori put together a crew and tried to do the same thing that we're doing now. They do the Tyrion Lannister. It's in the Dire Now marches, the Hook-Tongue Slough in the pen and paper. The Hook-Tongue Slough is a lake that formed in the East Allen River, and there's like a lake monster called Old Hook-Tongue, and a bunch of boggards. In the pen and paper, anyways. The northern part of it, you can cross over the East Allen River with on the Wyvern Stone Bridge. It was pretty important spot in my campaign too. I didn't make up. It's actually in the pen and paper. They don't have that land over there, or that lake over there. It borders the Glen Evan Uplands and the Gnarl Marshes. What kind of monster? There was, I think in the Guide to the River Kingdoms, there was a place that kind of resembles this Dargatroon's lair. I thought it was a troll. I could be wrong. The name of the underwater Marrow? Yeah. Or is it... Where's that ogre? I can't remember. Azlanti Keeg is the priest on the mission with Jamandi. When I set the campaign up, I had it that a paladin who was supposed to do the same thing as the player characters were doing. He was tasked by the Eldori Sword Lords, and the player characters just kind of stumbled into his writ. So they started off in Little Town and traveled across the board. Through there's a little valley between the Glen Evan Uplands and the Hooktongue Slough. It's particularly dangerous that they had to kind of navigate in a caravan, racing a storm that was about to approach, and they camped out at the Wyvern Stone Bridge and basically hunkered down while a hurricane rolled through, or a cyclone, or an overland hurricane, whatever. It's like a really powerful thunderstorm. And then they made their way to Oleg's trading post. I have the story of it online somewhere. Wrote it all down on what the hell was the name of it? rpol.net. Got all our journals in that old game. That was a good game. Inquisitors get a shit ton of skills, I guess. I've never played one before. I don't even think I've read what an Inquisitor does. I know other people have played. I've seen them played. I don't think I've ever DM'd for one. don't think I've ever... I said, I have the PDF of that where they were introduced, but I don't think I've ever read through it. There's so much Pathfinder that I haven't actually read. Will make your to-hit rolls even worse. Alright, let's get my team leveled up. So what does he need here? Has he got the dodge, shield focus? Has he got toughness? Let's go back and make sure I've got everything I need. Toughness in the BAB. Okay. Although, I thought I already took weapon specialization. No. Alright. Well, I can take that to the next level. I'm pretty sure. And if not, it's not that big of a deal. Stalwart Defender's okay. But I don't like that stance thing so much. Spell focus, evocation, or yeah, might as well. We don't have a lot of enemies with spell resistance yet. Battering Blast is a good spell for me. You make the touch attack. Let's go Ranger. Let's go underground. That's where all the storms are, underground. Ah, all right. So let's do that. What do we got here? Accomplished. I think it needs power attack, right? Do I already have power attack? Extra rage, accomplish sneaker, cleave. I didn't think I took power attack. Unless I took it down here. Yeah, alright, there we go. Cleave it is. Cleft in twain. Alright. Who wants to get stronger? Yeah. You've got that belt. These belts. You need a dexterity. And I need the all-in-one. Alright. Let's go. Buy some shit. Oh, let's do our spells before I forget. 2, 3. Let's get Tillman his magical sword and shield, sword and board.
I greet you, my savior. You who defeated those who nearly brought my ruin. I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
No.
I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers.
I think she's referring to her
Visit me
vagina.
there, my lord, and come alone.
Oh, come alone.
Its reward awaits you.
I don't have time for this bullshit.
I dare not insist. But if you change your mind, go to this ruins.
Alone.
I can only reward you in my corporeal form. Here I am but an apparition. But there, in my verdant chambers, you will see me as I truly am.
As you truly are. Yeah. Hasuf. Find out about Hasuf later on. Just looking for some shit right now. Ooh, bag of holding. I forgot about that. It's 83 and that. And how am I set for food? 18? Tillman? Deal. Alright, let's see here. Let's see who wants masterwork like crossbow. Somebody's gotta want one. You losers. She's got a short bow. Lindsay, for sure. And let's give him a... Yeah, give him a light crossbow too. Although he would be good with a regular bow. Let's give this clown a crossbow. Alright, that's it. Let's boogie. As soon as we get out of town, then we'll cut it. See how long this took. Probably close to an hour. It's hard to, it was hard to watch at, 5 frames a second or whatever it was.